What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So this is where we're at. So Mark Cuban decided to get on The View and, say what he had to say. Okay, fine, then cool. All right, But here's the thing. Here's the thing. The thing of this is that he called the women folk that decided to vote for Trump, you know what I'm saying, regardless of race, gender, creed, whatever, he decided to call these women unintelligent, and this is crazy. I would expect more intelligence out of Mark Cuban and things like that to not, spew his ignorance all over the damn internet out here. Hey, listen.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
The same women that support Donald Trump, but they come to your games. They spent plenty of money on your team down there in Houston, which is also in. I thought Texas was a red state. Hold on, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So, listen, look here. We got Laura Trump also speaking on the facts of the matter, what I'm saying, and things like that. Let's go here now and check this out. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
All right, billionaire Mark Cuban atop Paris Surrogate is facing major backlash after calling the women around Trump weak and dumb. Listen.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them. And, Nikki Haley will call him on his nonsense with reproductive rights and how he sees and treats and talks about women. I mean, he just can't have her around. It wouldn't work.
Well, he is now backtracking on X, saying, quote, one, I know many strong, intelligent women voting for Trump, including in my extended family. I'm certainly not saying female voters are not smart, strong, and intelligent. Two, I know he has worked with strong, intelligent women like Elaine Chao, Kellyanne Conway, Ivanka Trump, and many others. Caroline Levitt is.
So what's all this now? What's all this now, Mark? What is all this now? Now you want to backtrack, talk because you talked out the side of your neck. Because you're so busy trying to cape for Kamala Harris out here with your balls tucked and shit. You're crazy,
So
son.
what the French toast is there to think about?
You're crazy. Your whole team is based out of a red state. And you mean to tell me that you're going to sit here and talk out the side of your neck about women? Listen, man, okay, then. At the same time, though, too, it happens. But the thing of this is, man, I'm glad to see so many women nowadays that are, especially with this election. This is crazy right here. So many women are speaking up, actually, and becoming more Republican. This is crazy. This whole election is wild. But the thing of this is, for Mark Cuban to do this with the level of status that he has, he's a fool. He's a fool.
Is a Trump 2024 National Press Secretary, and she joins me now. Caroline, good morning to you. So how would you like to respond to Mark Cuban?
Well, I think Mark Cuban yesterday learned the hard way not to mess with strong and intelligent Republican women who support Donald Trump. There was an epic amount of backlash from so many amazing women who have worked with President Trump, who are voting for him, saying this is extremely insulting. Just look at the women that President Trump surrounds himself with. First of all, his beautiful wife, Melania. Which of the 5 languages that she speaks would Mark Cuban like to have a conversation about him with on this? Look at the the woman who runs our campaign, Susie Wiles, the woman who's running the transition back to the White House, Linda McMahon, or the women who President Trump tapped to run the RNC, Laura Trump. This was a ridiculous insult, not just to the women who work for President Trump, but the tens of millions of them who are going to be voting for him. But this is what the Kamala Harris campaign has resulted in. Mark Cuban is Kamala Harris's top surrogate. And then 2 days ago, you had her other top surrogate, Joe Biden, calling half of the country garbage if they support Donald Trump. It's demeaning, it's insulting, and we're running a positive campaign based on real joy and uplifting all Americans who want to make this country great again.
Yeah, and speaking of strong women, and I'm sure you don't want to make this about you, but you did have a baby a couple months ago. As the national press secretary for the Trump campaign, we're doing TV interviews about 3 days later. So just wanted to point that out as well. Politico had a headline yesterday. This came out. Mark Cuban shows Democrats what they've been missing. The reality show billionaire is delivering a Harris Waltz message more effectively than the Democrat ticket. And then about a couple hours later, he's got to walk back the comments he made on The View. Kamala Harris is going to be asked about this today. And this could give her an opportunity to say something positive about the women in the Trump campaign. Do you think she'll take that opportunity?
I'm sure she won't. And honestly, I'm not even sure she will be asked about this because the mainstream media covers for Kamala Harris and they don't hold her to the same standard that they hold Donald Trump. Just a few days ago,
and we all know this, and these are facts. We see the interviews. But it is what it is, though. It is what it is. Yeah, here we go.
A comedian made a joke in very bad, poor taste, which our campaign said, and the media went ballistic for 3 days asking Donald Trump what he thought about it. Of course, the president condemned it, but Kamala Harris is not held to that same standard. When her co-partner in every decision she's made, Joe Biden, calls more than half the country garbage, she came out and gave a very lackluster condemnation of those comments. I'm sure she won't be asked about this, but she should be, or she should take it upon herself. Go to a microphone today, Kamala Harris, and condemn this disgusting insult on more than half of the females in this country who want to support Donald Trump. And while you're at it, tone down the rhetoric on the Democrat Party, too, because it's led to real political violence in this country, including 2 assassination attempts against President Trump. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have likened President Trump to some of the worst mass murderers in history, comparing him to Hitler, calling his supporters fascists. Again, this is just what the Democrat Party has become, the anti-Trump party who hates Trump so much that they also despise the tens of millions of great Americans who support him. And it's truly sad to see.
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday, Kamala Harris was in Nevada. She was campaigning with Jennifer Lopez, who did bring up those comments that a comedian made at Madison Square Garden about Puerto Rico. Take a listen to what she had to say.
At Madison Square Garden, he reminded us who he really is and how he really feels. It wasn't just Puerto Ricans that were offended that day, okay? It was every Latino in this country. It was humanity and anyone of decent character.
What's your reaction to that?
Hold on, Jennifer. Hold on, Jennifer. Hold on. Jennifer, what you need to do is you need to go sit down. You need to stop giving Ben Affleck such a damn hard time. And then you need to stop it. You need to actually start worrying about all those allegations that's popping up with you and Diddy out there. You know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on. Probably the reason why Ben Affleck want to get rid of your dumb ass.
So what the French toast is there to think
What
about?
the fuck you talking about out here? Hold on.
God, you can't make this shit up.
Can't make this shit up out here. Man. J-Lo from Jenny from the block. You keep playing around with, if the wrong shit come out with this Diddy case, you gonna go back to the block. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Screw that. What the hell she talking about? Go sit down. Go sit down.
Look, I actually like J-Lo. I think she has a lot of great songs, but she's wrong on this, and she's wrong in her endorsement of Kamala Harris, who has threatened the rights of women over the past 4 years, the right of a woman to go for a run without being raped and murdered by an illegal immigrant, the right of a woman to compete in athletics and not have the fear of competing against a man. President Trump is the better choice on the ballot for women and for all Americans this election, and Kamala Harris can roll out all the celebrities she wants. It's clearly not moving people in the polls because they want a real leader who has real solutions to fix the everyday problems in their lives.
Well, I understand.
Yes, and that's the fact. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget about the young girl in Indiana. They got, you know what I'm saying, stabbed at a baseball game by an illegal that dipped off from Denver, from Aurora, where they was taking over the apartments and stuff like that. And he went solo and he went rogue. He out there doing his thing. Let's not forget about the other young ladies that got, you know what I'm saying, kidnapped and deleted by the illegal immigrants that have came over here in the past 3.5 years. We can't forget about these things. This is ridiculous out here. This is ridiculous. All right. We're about to keep going. We're about to hear what Laura Trump had to say about this situation because, yes, Laura Trump, you know what I'm saying, the daughter-in-law of Donald Trump, you know, married to Eric Trump. Here we go. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
Now, here with reaction, RNC co-chair Laura Trump is with us. You want to react to this?
Which part, Sean? How long do we have for this? I got to be honest with you.
You're a smart, intelligent woman and powerful,
well,
too.
I appreciate that. Don't tell Mark Cuban that because he'll tell you differently. But the whole thing is really amazing. They have been incredibly direct in what they think of the American people. Go back to Hillary. Deplorable, irredeemable, smelly Walmart people. Remember that? Remember how they've called us all fascists and Nazis? Obviously, we're garbage, according to Joe Biden. And any woman who would consider Donald Trump, who wants, I don't know, a great economy, safety and security around our country, a closed border, peace instead of wars around the world. Apparently, we are weak and stupid. Well, I don't think so, Mark Cuban. Take a look around. You obviously heard from Susie Wiles. She had that very nice post. You had Kellyanne Conway, the first woman, by the way, who ever successfully ran a presidential campaign when Donald Trump won in 2016. And by the way, before it was actually politically advantageous for anybody, and before people were really doing things like this, Donald Trump, when he built Trump Tower, Sean, hired a woman to do that job. If you go look at the Trump organization, the top executives and some of the people who have been with Donald Trump the longest are women in his company. This whole idea that any of us are being called all of these names is totally ridiculous. You're right. You know what the American people want to hear about? How are you going to make my life better? What is it you're going to be able to do over the next 4 years that is going to be a reason I'm going to vote for you? Donald Trump did it for 4 years. We had a great country when he was president. Women are smart enough, Mark Cuban, to know that. And I think it's really amazing to see how outraged they were with Donald Trump in a garbage truck driving to a rally in Wisconsin. People absolutely love this, and it's driving them crazy on the left. And they want more of that, not less. This is a fun, joyful campaign on the Trump side. Look over at the Kamala Harris side. They're melting down. They're collapsing. And I got to tell you, it's a pretty wonderful thing to see.
Look at all of the surrogates out there. Well, you got Mark Cuban. No strong, intelligent woman would support Donald Trump. Bill Clinton. Well, they can Riley be alive today if only we'd vet these illegal immigrants. And I know that.
And Bill Clinton did say that. He did say that. Hold on. Now, I did not bring that into the broadcast room, but I did contemplate that because I did see that news broadcast. He did say that. Bill Clinton did say that. If it wasn't for that, Nathan Riley would the young lady would still be alive. Listen, look, come on now. He did say that. Telling you, it's out there. It's there. Look it up.
The economy was better under Donald Trump than it is under Kamala, but I still want you to vote for Kamala. Then, of course, you got Gretchen Whitmer mocking Catholics and Christians. You got Joe calling Trump supporters garbage. You've got Barack Obama lecturing African-American men, his words, the brothers, and calling them misogynistic and sexist.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Hey, hold on.
But you old fish-eyed fool.
Yo, Obama. Hey, Obama did get out there and embarrass the shit out of himself. And then he sent this, and then he had to know. Well, first of all, he warned us low key. He did warn us. that he was gonna send Michelle out. But don't let me get Michelle out. You know, we're gonna get. No, I'm gonna go to get Michelle out. You're lucky Michelle's not here. You're lucky Michelle's not here. You know, Michelle. Then she brought her dumb ass on out there talking about low key declaring war out here, talking about some you know if the men of your family don't vote how you and we want them to vote, then that's they're declaring war on women. And that's basically what Michelle Obama said. Regardless of how you take it, feel, whatever. That's basically what she said. If the men in your family as a woman don't vote how you want them to vote and you demand them to vote, and they better vote how you vote, because at the end of the day, you a woman and you and as a man in the family, you better do what the hell she tell you to do, you piece of shit of a man. That's what she said. At the end of the day, that's what she said.
Stacey Abrams calling African-American men racist and sexist. And then when all else fails, everybody joins in unison and says, you know, fascist, Nazi, racist. That does not seem like a closing argument to inspire the American people. And now they have actors and actresses, Hollywood elites, trying to, oh, let's run an ad and tell women to lie to their husbands. That's a great message.
Yeah, and actually that ad.
Yes, to lie to your husbands. Yeah. That's a good strong way to keep the family unit together. House full of lies. Okay.
I find very confusing. The only place a woman has a choice. Are you kidding me? We live in the United States of America. This is the greatest country on earth to be a woman. It's really outrageous, but this is the problem, Sean, when you actually don't have a closing argument, when you know that the product you're trying to sell to the American people is something they just simply don't want to buy. No one wants to buy 4 years of Kamala Harris. We've just suffered through that for the past 4, and we could not survive another 4, just like we've had. And I think we all know they would be far worse if Kamala truly became president. There's part of me that feels like some of these people do not want to see her in that White House. Maybe Joe Biden is one of those people. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he might cast a ballot for Donald Trump this election. But the truth is, it doesn't matter what they call us. It doesn't matter what they say about us. It doesn't matter how many times they criticize us and try to knock us down. People are proudly out there voting for Donald Trump. And I hope everybody paying attention right now thinks of somebody, think of one person at least that you know who has not voted, who might not go out and vote in this election. Text them right now, call them right now. Take them tomorrow if you have early voting still going on in your state, and take them to the polling location to vote. That's how we win this. We don't want this stuff anymore in our country, Sean. We want a successful country. We want the American dream back. We want a strong country again. And we know who brought that to us. It was Donald Trump. And I'll tell you something, strong, smart women out there all across America are proudly casting a vote for Donald Trump. You can see my I voted sticker. I went and voted for Donald Trump today, and it was one of the proudest moments of my life.
Strong, smart, intelligent women are voting for Donald Trump. And African Americans never did better. And we put the numbers up many times in terms of economic growth and gains and unemployment, all-time lows. That happened under Donald Trump's presidency. Those are just facts. Laura Trump, great to see you. Thank you.
Yo.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
All right. It is what it is on that point. You know what I'm saying? Listen, look, yes, it's a problem out here. And, you know, my stance is I don't like the fact that people are coming out here trying to tell people that they're this and that because they don't, you know, want to vote a certain way, stuff like that. We all have the freedom to vote for who we want to vote for. I don't care who you're voting for. But my fact is, I am not going to stand for individuals sitting around here telling you or trying to put shaming language, you know what I'm saying? Shame, guilt, insults, and the need to be fucking right on a person because at the end of the day, who they decide they want to vote for. That's your right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. I don't care. Whoever you want to vote for them. If it fits what you need for your life and you feel that way and you think that way, first off, then vote that way. My issue with this whole election is that I don't like the bullshit that's going on with everybody want to sit around here and try to make somebody vote a certain way. Or you're this type of person if you don't want to vote for this. Or you're this type of person if you vote for that. Or you're this and that. No. That's not what our veterans are going to war for. That's not what this country ever stood for. Regardless of the history of our country, the thing of this is, in today's society, we have the right to vote for whoever we want to vote for, whatever we want to do. Freedom of speech, all types of things like that. And it's a problem to me when I sit around here and I see people that are strategically trying to go out of their way to put in place certain thought processes and make people seem like there's something wrong with them because, you know, they don't want to vote for this or they don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? They're not moved. And it is what it is, people. And these are facts. You have the right to vote or whatever you want to do for whoever you want to vote for. And these are just facts. And Mark Cuban, hopefully, Mark, you know, the reason why he retracted, you know, he woke up and was like, listen, look, I'm fucking up my brand here. Yeah, because at the end of the day, though, it's also Republican women that come and watch your damn basketball games and stuff like that too, down in Texas, which is a red fucking state. Mark Cuban. So you get too beside yourself, son. Oh, I'm Mark Cuban. I'm a billionaire. I'm a Shark Tank.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Yes, I'm Mark Cuban. I'm a billionaire. I'm a Shark Tank. I tell people when I'm going to invest, I tell the people what to do. All day, every day. I'm Mark Cuban. You can't tell me. I tell you. I'm Mark Cuban. But at the end of the day, son, what it is, son, if it wasn't for the people actually pouring their resources into you, you wouldn't have shit, son.
You can't make this shit up.
It's time for some of y'all stars to sit y'all punk asses down, because y'all your music ratings about to go down. Shit. Your basketball games is about to go down. You're about to start losing a lot of revenue because y'all out here doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. Just stay doing what you're supposed to be doing. Playing basketball games, telling jokes, and doing your job, which is entertaining us. Not stepping your foot off in the political realm trying to tell people what they need to do and what they better do. And it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.